The ultimate tournament of everything.
Welcome to this scouting report for the Tournament of Everything, a bracket-style show where we compare everything against everything else.
Absolutely, that is exactly what we do most of the time. But in these scouting reports, we compare everything to itself. We pick one randomly generated entity of the infinite, and we take a deep dive into it to see how it may compare against any given contestant when it shows up to compete in round one. So, Rob, what is the randomly generated individual that we will be investigating in this episode?
Our competitor today, competing against no one but themselves, is the liquid critical point.
Okay, yes. Also known as the LLCPIC, also known as just the LLCP. The English language can be confusing. This is the end point of a liquid phase transition line, or LLPT. But not a tea you can drink. It's a critical point where two types of local structures coexist at the exact ratio of unity.
Now, this hypothesis was first developed in Boston, a place definitely known for their unity, to obtain a quantitative understanding of the huge number of anomalies present in water. I kind of thought my water was tasting a little funny lately. I bet it's the huge number of anomalies.
It truly could be. Now, near a liquid critical point, there is always a mixture of two alternative local structures. For instance, in supercooled water, two types of local structures exist. You've got, on one hand, a low density liquid, let's call it an LDL, and a high density liquid, hey, for convenience, let's call that an HDL. So, above the critical pressure, a higher fraction of HDL exists, while below the critical pressure, a higher fraction of LDL is present.
Now, the ratio of phase amounts is determined according to the thermodynamic equilibrium of the system, which is often governed by external variables such as pressure and temperature, as everyone knows. A discontinuity is present in that ratio when crossing the liquid phase transition, which separates the LDL-rich phase from the LDL-poor phase. At any point of this liquid phase transition, including the associated liquid critical point, the ratio of LDL, low-density liquids, to HDL, high-density liquids, is exactly 1.
Now, when you're mixing liquids, you're mixing critical points, you're mixing ratios and things like that. A lot of things can happen, and it can be applicable to a variety of aspects of life. Now, this liquid critical point theory can be applied to several liquids that possess the tetrahedral symmetry. The study of liquid critical points is an active research area within the hundreds of articles having been published, though only a few of these investigations have been experimental, since most modern probing techniques are not fast and or sensitive enough for to study them.
But when they exist, you'll probably hear about them here, because that's what we do. We talk about the randomest of things every day of the week. 5 days a week, you get something just like this. One competitor just against itself. And 2 days a week, Tuesdays and Thursdays, we compare 18 of them in 9 rounds of 2x2, battling out to figure out which one of those is the most interesting of the random things you've heard about today.
And as we found in this scouting report, it's the critical point that matters. And in the scouting reports and the full length episodes, it's the critical point scored to move you on to the next round of the ultimate tournament of everything that truly matters. So if you want to keep up to date with the scores, you're going to have to tune in every single day here to
The ultimate tournament of everything.